Hello everybody, what's up? Captain Turbo here, and this is a Cyber Sports Center news update. Okay, so I need to clarify a few things. We do actually have a massive update here, so I apologize if I'm going to stumble over my words, if I'm just going to chatter on needlessly and stuff, but I do need to say quite a few things. Alright, first and foremost, I apologize massively for sporadic updates when it came to Sunday videos. The simple fact of the matter is sorry, I'm just moving my microphone. I just completely forgot at times that I even had a Sunday update thing. A Sunday series with all the other sports like basketball, hockey, NFL and stuff like that. It's just something I generally tended to forget to get to. And this built up over time, and eventually I was like, maybe I should either restart it or something. And I did sit down for a while and I thought about it, and here's the thing, guys. As somebody who grew up not really interested in sports at all, and I'm still really not to a full extent anyway, I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of the sessions that I record for particularly hockey and baseball, I find really, really boring. So, and I'm not a massive NFL fan, and while I do enjoy basketball, I'm not a huge fan of it. And I've decided to basically tear down all of the non-football / soccer and wrestling videos. Now this doesn't mean that some of these other series might not make a comeback at some point in the future, and the boxing one never really got off the ground anyway, because I could never really get sessions going for that, but for the other four at least, you know, I could never really find the drive to record more sessions for that, for when we eventually got to the league sections and stuff, because we weren't too far off, at least. I only had every year or so, and off of starting the leagues by the time the tournaments wrapped up. But I just grew really bored of having to record and then edit these videos, and it's like, I'm not enjoying doing this, and it's just not worth it at this point. I've always said I will never stop making videos unless I find them no longer enjoyable to make. And a lot of the time, I was just not enjoying making them. So I decided to scrap the NFL videos, the hockey videos, the baseball videos, and the basketball videos. Now, the basketball ones might make a comeback at some point, but in a different format. But everything else, and maybe the NFL if I really want to at some point in the future. But for now, you know, I've got to dedicate some time to other stuff and stuff I want to do as well. So I'm just taking those out. The playlists are gone as well. All the videos have been deleted. So if you're looking for them, you're not going to find them. This also does include the FIFA 17 FA Cup series as well. Mainly because I'm going to do it from like FIFA 95 onwards. So that's more like that's getting restarted, which brings me on to the next section. Is I'm going to be introducing a couple of new series at some point in the future, and I'll let it be known what I'm making right now. So I've just said I am going to restart the FA Cup series for FIFA games, but I'm going to start from the first FIFA game. So FIFA 90, well, technically FIFA International Soccer was the first FIFA game, but that actually doesn't have any club teams. It's all international. So I'm going to start with FIFA 95. With the first FA Cup in that, and then we're going to move onwards like we are with the World Cup series, as we have from International Soccer, and I believe I just recently finished up FIFA 97, actually. That was the most recent one I've recorded and edited. But yeah, those videos are currently, like, I've only recently started recording them as of a couple days ago, so that's going to be a series that's going to be a while off before it goes up in public. But that's one series that's getting revamped rather than, you know, completely altered. Other series, there's nothing really to it with the football. I did have something else planned with the football, but I can't remember, so I'll go back to that in a moment. Wrestling-wise, I'm doing sort of a wrestling games tournament series. Basically, every wrestling game, I'm gonna have, like, we'll say with this first SmackDown game, I'm gonna take all the male characters and put them in a tournament, and then ultimately the winner will become the champion of that game. So SmackDown 1 could be like Stone Cold Steve Austin or something like that, and then we go to SmackDown 2, and then we'll do the same again, have a tournament with all of the wrestlers, and obviously winner of that will be the champion for that. It's like a World Cup with wrestling games, and obviously it's not like the champion will defend the next tournament or anything like that. Because it's not just going to be WWF games. It's going to be WCW. I have plans to do the New Japan, well, not New Japan, sorry, the Fire Pro games and stuff like that as well. Basically, anything that's got more than 8 wrestlers and you can have CPU versus CPU is going to be eligible. But I'll go more into that when the actual announcement comes, because, again, this is something I'm recording, but we're still a bit of a ways off of it, so yeah, it's not going to be happening anytime soon. But I keep saying there was something else I've been recording, but I for the life of me can't remember. Oh, I remember now. So, as you guys know with the FA Cup thing, I just said, I'm not stopping it, but I'm sort of revamping it. So I'm also revamping the league format as well. Because here's the thing, after the FIFA 17 FA Cup was finished, I was going to use the placement of all the teams as the ranking system for what team is going to be in what league. That was the original plan. So obviously, because I've scrapped the FIFA 17 thing for now, we are scrapping that idea. Now obviously I'll move on to FIFA 17 at some point or another, but that is beside the point. So much like the FA Cup, we're going to go all the way back to FIFA 95 again, because it's the first FIFA game to introduce club teams. And that is how we're going to have the British Isles League again, or whatever I end up calling it. Now, obviously, FIFA 95 only has English teams. It doesn't have any Scottish or Welsh or Irish teams. But starting as early as the FIFA 96, we will have Scottish teams introduced, so we can move on with that. And obviously, I'll go more into detail with that later. So, yeah, we're going to get 3 new series coming at some point during this year. We're going to have the FA Cup series restarting, but with 95. The league starting up again. The British Isles League starting up again with FIFA 95. And we're going to be having I think I'm just calling it like the CSC Series Championship when it comes to the wrestling thing. I don't really have a full-out blown name or anything set up or ready to go. I actually did design a belt in WWE2K22, which will be shown as the title that everybody's going for and stuff. So I do have a few things already made. I've already recorded some sessions for it and stuff, and it's been pretty fun. So that's all for the future. I apologize because obviously the CSC was meant to be a thing with pretty much every sport you can think of, and I really wanted to do something with it, but I find my drive for this channel isn't as much as it used to be, and I think partially because part of that was I'll just try that again, shall I? Part of that was because I was doing a bunch of sport I just was not enjoying simulating and having to basically watch as well, and then basically edit all these videos to upload and stuff, and then I'd often forget to even make them public. So it is what it is, but it's a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. I can't really do anything about that. But yeah, like I said, I've took them down. Like I said, maybe I'll restart them at some point, but I wouldn't bet money on it, so there you go. Yeah, guys, I think that's all that I need to say. Obviously, nothing else is going to change with the schedule. If anything does change, I will make an update video. For now, things are going to stay pretty much the same as they are at the moment. As I said, with these 3 new series I'm going to be making, this will change things up a little bit, but this is for later down the road, as it was. So just bear that in mind for when the day does come that I make these videos. This probably won't happen for at least another 6 months, I think, so I always like to get ahead of myself with work. I like to have a backlog and stuff at the ready, and the backlog at the moment is really small. It's so much small that I haven't even made like intro videos or anything for them, so there you go. Anyway, I'm starting to waffle on now, so we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you with these new series at some point in the future. I will make another news update when it's needed, and until then, guys, enjoy the wrestling and the football. But until next time, sayonara.